led to this book, Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes, as we're all familiar with, and a reading that it has to do with the prodigal son. And so I am trusting Spirit that is what I was supposed to read. So we'll begin by just letting go of all of the concerns we've had this morning and just be in this space of Spirit. So God turns to us as we turn to Him. Luke 15. The parable of the prodigal son continues to be one of the greatest spiritual lessons in history of religious education. It is an attempt on the part of the great teacher to show that God turns to us as we turn to Him, that there is a reciprocal action between the universal and the individual mind, that the Spirit is ready to help us whenever we turn to it. The greatest lessons we have to learn in the unity of love and law, the necessity of law in shaping a divine individuality, and the necessity of experiencing in awakening to this divine individuality. God is love, and God is law. The love of God is omnipresent. The law of God is omnipresent. The love of God is divine givingness, the internal outpouring of Spirit through its creation. The law of God is the law of cause and effect, which says that we have only what we take. Since this taking is a mental and spiritual as well as physical act, we can take only that to which we receive. Jesus taught that it is done unto us as we really believe. The thought is ever farther to the act. So I'd like for you to just close your eyes and mentally repeat these words. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, friend, beloved God, saints and sages of all religions, angels and guides, great masters of East and West, bless and guide our meditation this morning. Help us to dive deep, to achieve one point in concentration, that we may feel thy presence and know thy eternal love. Om, peace. And now as we take 3 slow, deep breaths, letting go of all of our worries and concerns, and breathing in the love of God. I'd like for you to imagine now that you're in a wonderful place, a place where you go when you need peace and calm and connection to Spirit, to Source, to God, whatever you call it. Just feel that love wrapped around you. Just feel the presence of the divine. And we'll go into silent meditation now, just staying focused on your breath whenever your mind wanders. Just feel the presence of the divine. exhale. Wiggling your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, you may open your eyes. Namaste. Come together, heart and soul, as we love together. Young and old, we will sing together, together in one song. Come together, from different worlds we are drawn together. In our own way we can pray together. Together we are strong. I see God in you. You see God in me. One path, one vision, one family. Come together, dreams and hands we will join together. To build a place we can grow together. Together we are whole. Please be seated. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Great. Great is good. No, we're not going to sing a second verse, but okay. Yeah, good is great this morning. Gosh, we had a great luau yesterday. Thank you, Valerie. Wonderful food and event and fun. And the weather, mahalo. The weather cooperated, so it was nice. It was a nice fundraiser for us. So thank you for that support, Valerie. We appreciate it. I want to welcome everyone that's joining us here today for the first time. Wherever you may be on your spiritual journey, please know that you are welcome here. And welcome to everyone joining us in our virtual community this morning. We welcome you into our service as well. And if you're with us for the first time, or if you have not yet signed up for, you can register for the newsletter that comes out on Saturday mornings, and our Mindful Monday that comes out on Monday mornings, which is a recap of today's talk with some spiritual practices in it. Both of those you can use the QR code. You can go to our website, or you can sign up in the lobby. Lots of ways that you can get connected with us, find out what's happening here as far as classes and events and what we're talking about and all sorts of good things. You can always find us on Facebook and YouTube. We are streaming live this morning, as we do each week. And then on Wednesday evenings, we broadcast just the talk at 7 p.m. on Facebook. And it's a great way to get a midweek pick-me-up or introduce us to your friends and family. They can watch and hear what we're all about. It's just the talk, and see if it's something they might be interested in joining us for. And as a growing and vibrant spiritual community, we have a mission, vision, and purpose statement. I would invite you to join me in speaking that into our service today. Our mission is to provide spiritual tools for personal and community transformation. Our vision is a world that works for everyone. Our purpose is to awaken to our spiritual magnificence. And so it is. And Willie Nelson says, when I started counting my blessings, my whole life turned around. And that's something we do here each and every Sunday. We count our blessings and what we are grateful for, how Spirit showed up in our life this week. Does anyone have anything they'd like to share and speak into community this morning? Clara.
Yes, good morning. I am extremely grateful for some angels that showed up in my life in these last 9 months. I fell and fractured both my knee and my ankle, and I had just moved here, so I didn't really know too many people. And the word got out in my senior community that I had fallen and needed a lot of help to doctor appointments, grocery shopping, just somebody to take my garbage pail out for me on the curb, and a lot of things. And these wonderful ladies and a man across the street just stepped up to help me, not even knowing me. So I'm so grateful for that.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. That's wonderful. Anyone else? Diane?
I'm just grateful for all the people that step up and do multiple jobs when our people are on vacations. Hey, Jim. Hey, Valerie. It's beautiful.
It is. Takes a village. Takes a village. Anyone else? I'm grateful for Valerie, as I said earlier, and hosting that wonderful luau yesterday as our fundraiser. And I'm grateful too for Jim stepping from behind the camera to the front of it this morning, and running slides for us, with Joe being away. Joe, if you're watching, I hope you're having a great time, whatever you're doing. And so with that, we'll get started. That down. All right. Would you join me for our invocation, please? How good it is that we come together in this gathering on Sunday mornings to connect in community, to connect in oneness, to recognize that God truly is all that there is, the one in infinite power and presence, the one life and the one mind. It is that which has created all and that which continues to create. It is infinite love, pressed down to overflowing in, through, and as all of its creation. A love that is so great, so infinite, so unconditional, that it's difficult to even understand. But as a manifestation of that, as a creation of that, I do feel, know, and understand that love as it moves through me and as me. And as I know that I am a manifestation of Spirit, I know that each of us gathered here today is. For we are all unique and individualized expression of this one love, this one life, this infinite knowingness, the absolute. So in this moment, we breathe into the unity that we are, not only in God, in this room, but throughout our world, our planet, our universe. We are one. There is no separation. No matter the appearances that may be reflecting, we are one. And so this morning I speak my word for and about each and every one of us gathered here today and all around our planet, knowing peace, knowing that the peace of God moves through all of us. As we hold our focus and our attention on peace and wholeness and harmony and balance and recognition of the possibility of that, and knowing that one in God is majority. I speak a blessing this morning on our center, Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living, for all of our volunteers who have come together today to make this service a possibility, who do so each and every week. We are so blessed in their service, in their love, and their givingness. I bless our community, knowing that it is a beacon of light in this area of Scottsdale, calling forth those who are seeking a deeper relationship with the divine, an exploration of what that is. And I honor all faith traditions this morning, knowing that there are many paths to the divine, many ways to reach Spirit, to experience Spirit. And it doesn't matter if it's a church, a mosque, a place like this, a mountaintop. God is right there where they are. And we honor those faith traditions. And so it is with a grateful heart this morning, filled with joy and gratitude and thanksgiving, that I release this prayer into the action and activity of law, knowing that it is already done, whole, perfect, complete, and made manifest, as we affirm this truth together by saying, and so it is. Diane? Come on up.
Want me over here? We're short a cameraman today, and Joe's gone, so I'm over here today. Good morning. For today, our announcements begin with announcing that next Sunday here, Brunch Bunch will return. So after service, we'll be going to Picasso's on the promenade for brunch afterward. For those of you who want to join us, it's great fun. Next Sunday, Brunch Bunch at Picasso's. Be sure and purchase your Scottsdale CSL Dream Vacation raffle tickets. Do you have the tickets, Valerie? Yes. Get ready to pack your bags because you could win a one-way trip for two to a fantastic destination with places in North America, Latin America, the Caribbean, Europe, Asia, Africa. You'll get there and you can have a river cruise or those things. You just need to provide your transportation there. No? Resorts only. Okay. The lucky winner picks their ideal destination from a resort, and Valerie has all the details. So the choice is yours. Raffle tickets are $10 each or 3 for $20. And you need to pick some more up today because next Sunday they're drawing the winner. Don't miss your chance to win a vacation while making a difference with every raffle ticket purchased directly supporting our center here. Travel for two. It does not include resort taxes or transportation, but the resort's all paid for. Travel must be booked 6 months in advance, and the voucher expires in October of 2026, October 14th. Also, save the date in July for Visioning with Reverend Jill, which she does in the beginning of the month. So it's on July 1st. Sign up with her for the Visioning is actually on the 2nd. So you'll need to sign up with her on the 1st to get the Zoom credentials. It's an amazing thing to do Visioning in that way with a group. It's very powerful. After this message, we'll open the mics for any questions you might have about the message we received today. And you can take notes. We have some pens and paper if you need them. We love music here at Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living. And today we welcome Sean, C-H-A-N, I'm not sure I'm saying that correctly, with Aligned Steps.
A river flows where it's meant to glide, not a drop wasted in the turning tide. The mountain stands but does not strain, it knows the sky will bring the rain. Aligned steps move the earth with ease, no need to beg the winds or seas. The stars don't push yet still they shine. Work smart with grace, the path aligns. The seed grows tall when the time is right. It doesn't rush the sun or fight the night. The moon pulls tides with a gentle sway. No need to force what finds its way. Feel the rhythm in your veins so tender. The universe hums while you softly. A dancing flow, a life divine, aligned with purpose, the stars combine. Aligned steps move the earth with ease. No need to beg the winds or seas. The stars don't push yet still they shine. Work smart with grace, the path aligns. The oak does not chase the morning dew. It stands in trust, the world comes through. Light whispers weaving through the air. Effortless power beyond compare.
love that line in the song, with grace the path aligns. Isn't that pretty? So what is your path? What is your path? What is your purpose? A few minutes ago, we said that our purpose here at Scottsdale CSL is to awaken to our spiritual magnificence. What if we did that every day, completely awaken to our spiritual magnificence? What would we be capable of? What would our world be? My message today is aligning power with purpose. And we're going to be talking about purpose, we're going to be talking about power, and we're going to be talking about alignment. When I think of purpose, I think about the very why of our existence. There's about, 7 billion people on our planet right now? 7 billion individualizations of spirit. Unique. Each one with a different purpose. Purpose is not something that we go out and find. It's something that we uncover, something that is within us. It's revealed like everything else. It's already within us. Have you uncovered yours? And are you living it? There have been times when I have experienced feeling like I don't have a purpose. I lost my purpose. I'm not clear. Those are times for me of deep reflection, of really going within to determine if I've lost my way, I've lost the path, my purpose, or if I'm just really expanding again, growing again. It's time for creating something new, a new expanded version of myself. Is this just a chapter that's ending in my life, or am I really lost? It's a time for deep reflection. Sometimes we think that our work is our purpose. Anybody ever thought your work was your purpose? My purpose in life is to be a minister, to be a doctor, to be a lawyer, to be a real estate agent, whatever it is. Well, no, our purpose is not our work. We bring our purpose to our work. We bring our purpose to our relationships, to driving the car, to doing the dishes and taking out the trash. We bring our purpose to everything that we do. Generally, it's who we are in our lives, how we live our lives. My purpose is to be a light for others. Now, this has not always been my purpose. It has become my purpose in the last 10 to 15 years. And for me, what that means is living from a place where I'm available to others, living from a place where I listen to the still small voice of spirit. And if I'm having a conversation with someone and I get a hit, I have the courage to speak those words because I don't know what they mean, but for some reason they came in my head and I think they're for this person. I am actively kind in simple ways, holding doors for people, allowing people into traffic, things like that. I am a channel through which spirit can flow. That's my purpose. And when I finally got that and stopped trying to compartmentalize my life into this is my spiritual life and this is my not spiritual life, my personal life, and I realized that it's one life and I live that life in alignment with that, that's when things began to flow. That's when things began to work. I had an example of purpose this week. As many of you know, my day job is in commercial real estate, and I do some little property management and asset management. I have a property manager that works for me. We've worked together for nearly 30 years. And we were talking about one of our properties and some challenges that we were having there. And he asked me what I thought and so forth. And at the end of the conversation, he said, "Yeah, I thought that's what you'd say." And it gave me pause to realize that I have a consistency in how I show up. because this conversation was about treating everybody in that property fairly as it relates to expenses, because everybody pays into the overall expenses of the property. And I've got one really big tenant that's prestigious, and I've got other smaller tenants, and it's like, no, we treat them all the same. We treat them all fairly. And again, that's what I expected you to say. And that made me feel good that I was showing up not only in my personal life, but in my business life consistently. When we're living our purpose, people know who we are. They know what we're about. They know what they can expect from us, count on us for. If you're not happy or consistent with your purpose, not to worry. We can fix that. We can fix that. You can change it, right? Yes, we can change it. Because we have this thing in our minds always we can change. We're constantly evolving. We're constantly expanding our awareness, and aligning our mind and actions is the key to making lasting change. Yesterday at the luau, I had the privilege of meeting some new folks that Valerie had invited and included into the group. And one of them was sharing with me that she's a mindfulness teacher. And we were chatting, and she said, yes, I have released 110 pounds, and I've kept it off. And she said, I'm now helping others to do that. And I said, what did you do? She goes, well, I released it. And I changed the actions that I'm taking. Now, is this a spirit-led conversation? Because this is what I'm talking about today. And she's talking to me about this stuff. It was fascinating. But I thought that's exactly what we are talking about, is this ability to change our thinking, change our lives. Have we ever heard this before, right? Ernest Holmes. But that's basically what she was describing to me, that she is working out in the world with these principles and teaching that. Change your thinking, change your life. And we too can do that. So to align this purpose with power, we first need to answer the question, what power are we talking about? What are we talking about, Reverend Jill? It's the power of universal energy, of course. It's the power of spiritual law and the way that spirit individualizes itself through our lives. In the science of mind, power isn't force and it isn't control. It's simply alignment. Simply alignment. Does anybody have an electric can opener at home? Well, sometimes when you put a can under the electric can opener and you push the lever down, the motor goes, but the can's not opening. Am I the only one that's ever had that experience? Okay, it happens, yes. Well, the blade is not in the proper alignment with the can where it needs to start cutting. The motor's working fine. The energy, the power is all there, but it's out of alignment, so it's not working properly. That happens in our life. When we're not in alignment, the motor and the power are still working, but it's not working properly, right? It's not working properly. So when we put the blade in appropriately or properly with that alignment, the can opens right up, doesn't it? Cuts like butter, as they say. It cuts like butter. The same is true for us. When we're in alignment with the power of love, which created us, with the spiritual laws of the universe, which govern everything, doors begin to open more easily for us, and our life seems to flow a little more harmoniously, just like that can opens so much easier. Power is God in motion. Power is God in motion through a willing consciousness. It's the infinite creative life-giving presence that flows through each of us in the moment that we become aligned to it. That power in the can opener is going, but it's not flowing through to put the power on the blade to open the can. That power is ever available to us. It's just we're not in alignment with it. What's a willing consciousness? What is a willing consciousness? It means that we're available to Spirit. Why wouldn't we be available to Spirit? Because we had this little thing called an ego mind that goes, I can do that. I can move everything around out here. I'll move this over here, and that'll work better, and then this will work better, and then that's going to happen, and they're going to do this, and it's all going to be perfect. Have you ever noticed it doesn't always work that way, and you're exhausted at the end of the day? Yeah. So we are brilliant human beings. We are powerful. But when we forget that Spirit is the true power that works through us, like Jesus said, not me, but the Father that does the works, it's like we pull out that old handheld can opener and start doing this, trying to open the manual can. Hurt your wrist, hurt your thumb, can's all wonky. We miss the opportunity to harness that real power that's available to us. We spend that time moving stuff around in our environment rather than surrendering to the grace that's always available to us. And using those tools in our toolbox we've been working on for a long time to build those up so that we've always got them available to us, like the electric can opener. It's always available to us. Now, there's a simple process to activating this power. As I said, it's always activated, but what if we could give it jet fuel instead of gasoline? What if we could give it more power through our lives? Align with it, activate it. We can do that. And there's 3 steps that I've found that work well in my life. And one is mental clarity. The second one is focused intention. And the third is taking inspired action. So let's look at what those are. Mental clarity is, we know when we have it. Everybody, ever felt like you're in a fog? Mental clarity is when we feel like we've lifted up, we see a broader perspective. We're no longer focused on the myopic of one thing or 2 things, and we can see the bigger picture. The fog is lifted, so to speak, and we can feel more in alignment with principle in those moments. Now, a lot of times we feel that after prayer treatment. If you've ever had prayer with a practitioner, and you tell them what you would like prayer for, and they do that prayer for you. At the end of it, we're open, we're receptive, we're believing that we are receiving that. We feel completely in alignment with that. We feel that power. It's the power of belief. Because someone else believed it for us, we can now believe it too. We can believe that to be true. We've said yes. So when we're mentally clear, we know things like when to say yes and when to say no. We know when we're mentally clear when it's time to let it go, set it down, no longer carry that burden. We activate this power when we are mentally clear of our desire and our worthiness to receive it. That's a key step in receiving, is it not? Is to truly believe we're worthy of receiving it. And that practitioner you prayed with knows that truth, and has prayed that truth for you. The second step in the process is focused intention. This is where we know that what we desire and make a conscious declaration of is ours. Now, many of us in this room did this in January. We had a burning bowl and we set our intentions right there. This entire year's theme is intentional living. So we've been talking about intention a lot. Intention, focused intention, is not a hope, a wish, a wouldn't it be nice, a dream. It is that knowingness and staying focused on it. It's not writing something down in January and then by the next week going, what did I write down again? What was that? It's knowing what we wrote down. It's staying focused on it and making it an active part of our life every day. When we set this clear intention and stay focused on it, everything begins to be reshaped and change in our lives. Our decisions, our actions, our energy becomes more focused. Think about your average morning getting up. Is one of the first things you do is set your intention of who you're going to be for the day, how you're going to show up, what God quality you're going to walk out into the world and be an example of to everybody. Imagine if we did. Imagine if we did. Would we have more or less days of being disconnected, of being angry, of being frustrated? If we set our intention and said, my intention is to walk out the quality of peace today and be peaceful in every interaction, every conversation, everything I say, I am going to be a place of peace. I'm going to be a place of love. I'm going to be a place of joy. I'm going to sprinkle stardust joy on everybody today. Pixie dust, isn't it? Yeah, pixie dust on everybody today. It's going to be a happy, giggly day. What if we set our intention? Is it crazy to say that? Would it work? Exactly. Being proactive in our lives and doing these things, making these steps, this focused intention of, gosh, I want life to be better. And I'm going to start right here. I'm going to start right here by declaring my intention for the day to be this kind of a person, and just know that I'm going to be that ripple effect on the pond to everybody I meet. Focused intention is powerful. Now, the third step to activating power is taking inspired action that feel like they're aligned, true, and maybe a little uncomfortable. Maybe a little uncomfortable because it's stretching us into our next expression. It's stretching us into our next greater demonstration of our purpose, because just like there's depth of spirit that we learn about and it just keeps going, there's depth of purpose in us and how we expand that in our lives. Sometimes these inspired actions can be simple, can be speaking our truth. It can be speaking our truth. It can be showing up differently. If we've shown up in a way that we're not proud of, we can choose to show up differently. How about saying yes when we're afraid? I'm going to step in because I know I've got the support of the universe. I'm going to say yes. And sometimes it is saying no. Sometimes it's saying that's not for me. Each small step we take is that ripple on the pond, and it expands out and expands our life. Clarity, intention, action. Clarity, intention, action. This is how we increase our receptivity to the power that's already flowing through us, how we amplify it. So that's two of our points. Our third is to bring that purpose and power together. How do we bring them into alignment? How do we bring them into alignment? It's when our inner vision and our outer actions match. When we're walking our talk everywhere, in our relationships, in our personal life, in the personal treatment of our bodies, in our business world, and everywhere we go, we're aligned with our thoughts and our actions. It's when we say, I trust the universe, and step out with courage, knowing that I'm supported. It's when we affirm abundance, and then we manage our finances with faith and integrity. It's when we pray for peace and we are peace and peaceful in our language and our actions and everything in the world that we do. Many of us have been students of the science of mind for a while, studied lots and lots of stuff, have lots and lots of books. We do have a lending library. If anybody's short on books, we loan books there, so you go. So we study, we learn, we practice these spiritual insights. But until those actions match those insights that we've gained, nothing's going to change. Has anybody besides me ever gone to a workshop or a class and come out going, yeah, I'm going to change my life? And a week later you go, what was the name of that class again? Yeah, we've all been there and done it because we don't apply it. We don't apply it. To be a channel for divine power, our acts and thoughts must match the spiritual insight that we've gained. This is what alignment is. This is our practice. This is our deep work. The science of mind can be a very intellectual study. Would you agree? Yes. It can be very intellectual. And we can hold it up here in our minds and quote it chapter and verse and know every principle and everything that's going on. But until we drop that into our hearts, until we begin to live it, to walk it out in our lives, to practice it everywhere, every day, till it becomes a part of who we are, it's not going to change our lives. But once it does become that, it will change your life. I'm here as a living, breathing, talking example of how it will change your life. We know it's not about what we know, but how we use it, how we apply it. So one of the ways that we use and apply this science of mind teaching is through prayer treatment. You may have heard us say once in a while, treat and move your feet. Treat and move your feet. Sometimes it's treat and move your damn feet. You know, it's like, okay, let's get going here. Treatment is a form of affirmative prayer that we teach. Treat and move your feet means not only do we do the prayer work, but we take action. We take action in the direction of whatever it is we're praying about. Spirit and the law work in the invisible realm. We work in the physical realm. We are spiritual beings, as Wayne Dyer told us, having this human experience. And we are human. We're physical. Spirit works in this invisible realm, and the connection we have is in mind, and then we get to walk it out with action in our lives. That's the cool thing about being human. We get to walk it out. And we've got this lifeline, this power line that goes to the infinite mind that fills us with these ideas and inspirations that we're then at choice as to whether we say yes or no to and walk it out. How cool is that? Are we the coolest manifestations there are? Yeah. Prayer treatment is a declaration of the truth. It's not a plea to God. You all know this. We're not asking for a goodie. We're declaring that it's already ours. Those first two steps, affirming the presence of God in all. And that we're part of that all. We're included in it. So we unify there. We declare our good then, in faith believing that it is ours. We declare it. And then we express gratitude for it because we know it's already ours. And we release it into the action of law to work in that invisible realm to begin to bring into alignment all of the things necessary. And we do our part by walking it out, by taking inspired action towards that. And then we move. Ernest Holmes author of The Science Mind, says prayer is a movement of thought within the mind of the one praying along a definite line of meditation for a specific purpose. And every prayer must be followed by a practical act. By a practical act. So we move our feet. If we're praying for clarity, then we have to take the actions of asking the questions, of doing the research, of making the phone calls, doing what we need to do to get clarity. We've declared that clarity is ours. Now let's do the work to get there. If we're praying for healing, okay, I'm praying for healing. Now stay put. No, we pray for healing and then we are receptive to it. We take a walk. We drink the water. We do the forgiveness work maybe. Maybe we need some forgiveness work. If we're praying for purpose, we're receptive to new ideas. We're not constantly blocking them out and saying, no, 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 no. We're receptive to them. Then we're courageous enough to try something new, and we generously offer our gifts out to see where they're going to work, who needs them, who wants them, who's going to utilize them. And we're daring enough to take a risk, knowing we're supported by the universe. Study and prayer clear the path. Action is what walks it. Gave you a little snow picture here to cool you off here in the middle of June. Prayer clears the path. Action walks it. So let's look at our spiritual practices for this week. And again, remember you can register for the Mindful Monday newsletter, Mindful Monday recap, or the newsletter for Saturdays. This week, in your morning quiet time, I invite you to ask yourself 2 questions. What is my purpose? What is my purpose? Who am I here to be? And what action can I take towards living that purpose today? What action can I take towards living that purpose today? Allow those answers to just rise in that stillness and record them in your journal and continue to reflect on them all week. This week I invite you to align your purpose with power and see what Spirit can do through you. And so it is. And now it's your turn for questions or comments, complaints, whatever you may want to share, insights, anything at all. You do. All right, Valerie.
Thank you. That was awesome speech here today. Thank you. And most of all, thank you for reminding me for my intention. I had forgotten about that, and I'm going, oh my gosh, I forgot all about the practice of my intention. So that was awesome just to have that. So thank you.
Good. Focused intention. Anyone else? Any comments? Questions? Complaints? Ahas? Not today? Oh, yes. Dave?
A wonderful refresher.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Anybody else? All right. Thank you all very much. I always appreciate your comments and your dialogue. It's one of my favorite parts is to have conversation about spiritual truths. So would you join me now for a prayer? Let's just pray. How about that? Mother, Father, God, how good it is to be still and be in thy presence as we remember that we are one in the one, forever connected to this infinite power through the one mind. That mind is God, and that mind is my mind now. We are united, whole, perfect, and complete. In this place of unity, I speak my word for and about each and every one of us gathered here today, knowing that we are all here for divine purpose, that there are no accidents or mistakes, knowing that each of us is connected to this infinite power that ever flows through us, and that we each have the power within us to amplify that through clarity, action, inspiration, into. We are so blessed for these beautiful things that we have in our lives. The power, the law, our choice, the way that we use it. So very blessed. I know move out into our world this week, that our intentions of who we be, who we has in the world, that we are truly those ripples on the pond, rippling out and touching lives and hearts in our world, our individual worlds where we work and live and move and play, connect with others, that there is a peace that pervades us, that exudes from us, that influences and impacts others, calms them, and that we begin to experience more peace on our planet, more love in our relationships, more joy in our lives. And so I know for anyone that has anything on their heart this day that they are seeking prayer for, that as they hold that in their hearts and their minds and lift it into this prayer with us in our consciousness that we hold high, that whatever needs to be healed is healed, whatever clarity is necessary, abundance flows, joy, peace, and harmony. So knowing this truth, I release this into the action and activity of law with joy and thanksgiving, knowing that it is already done. And we affirm this truth by saying, and so it is. Well, it is time in our service to circulate our good with our grateful giving. And we have lots of ways that you can participate in this sacred practice this morning. We have a donation basket that will be coming around. There's a QR code if you would like to use your credit card. You can do so there. And we have a Zelle address. If you would like to just Zelle money from your bank account, you can do that at donations at scottsdalecsl.org. If you would like to make your donation recurring, where it comes out on a regular basis, you can do so on the website, and you will become a prosperity steward of this community, and you can pick up a tithe ticket on Sunday mornings. That is your reminder when you put that in the basket of the consciousness that you have around your prosperity and your sharing and giving to this community. And we have a Money Finders program, one of my favorites. This is where we focus on the good that comes to us that is unexpected, serendipitous, and we tithe 10% here, and you keep 90%. And it proves the principle what we focus on expands. If you're doing a cash donation and you would like credit for that, we are a 501(c), and we send a statement at the end of the beginning of the year, and we'll need your name and your email address if you would like to receive a statement. However you choose to give, please know that we are a grateful receiver here in this community of the circulation. Our affirmation, Jim? Please join me. I am an open channel through which prosperity flows. I accept the divine flow of goodness, ideas, and substance through me now. I am grateful for my full and prosperous life, and so it is.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude
gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 Please join me in blessing that which has been circulated here today from our volunteers, our hugs, our joy, the message, the music, and the abundance which has been circulated through and to this community today. We are so grateful, so blessed. And I know that the gift is blessed, pressed down to overflowing in the lives of each who has chosen to give here today, knowing that they are abundantly blessed, as is Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living, as a grateful giver, blessed as we continue to circulate our good out into the world. And so it is. Thank you, Kim. All right, a few quick closing announcements. If you would like prayer today, I am your practitioner. I'll be available in the prayer room after service. And you can sign up for that weekly newsletter and Mindful Monday recap. Next Sunday, the 29th, is Brunch Bunch. We'll be going back up to Picasso's. Everyone is welcome to join us for that as we share food and fellowship and fun. And get your dream vacation raffle tickets today. 1 for 10, 3 for 20, more, just multiples of that. And you can do that at the front desk. We'll be drawing next week, so that'll be fun. Next week, we'll complete our June series with Reverend Lee's talk, Embodying Wholeness and Joy to Live a Rich Life. So he'll be here, well, I'll be here at 10, 9:30 for meditation. And remember, we do broadcast on YouTube and Facebook on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Please join me for our affirmation and our closing song. I live in peace and share my joy. I am empowered by spiritual truth. Today, I align my purpose with the power of spirit, and so it is. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love.
are.